Quick Tables and Draw Table in Word. Back at the Insert tab on the ribbon, Tables group, I'm going to click on that table icon. And once I click on the Table command, I can see that below Insert Table, I've got Draw Table, and then the last one we'll work with first, Quick Tables. When I click on Quick Table, I can pick any one of the built-in tables that are listed here. So suppose I want to work with Tabular List. When I click, you'll see that that list comes up. I've gone back to a file called Sample Table, and I'm going to save this table as a quick table so that if I want to, I can have reference and quickly create a new table using the one that's stored. What I do is I first highlight this entire table, and I click on this top left-hand portion to do so. Then I go to Insert on the ribbon, Tables command in the Tables group, point to Quick Tables, and then the last choice down at the bottom, click on Save Selection to Quick Tables Gallery. Once I'm here, you can see a dialog box comes up with Create New Building Block. The name it comes up with is the first handful of words that are in the top row. I'm going to leave it as that name, Company Officers. We're going to keep it with the gallery called Tables, Category General, everything I'm going to keep as is, and click OK. I've created a new file so that I can find that quick table now. When I go to Insert, Find Table, Quick Tables, and scroll down here, under the General category, Company Officers is present. So I'll just simply click on it, and it brings up that table. So you can take any table and save it to the Quick Tables gallery. That will easily allow you to create a whole new table with that content. Back at the Insert tab, Table command, I'm going to choose Draw Table. Draw Table is really a freehand way of drawing a table. As soon as I clicked on Draw Table, you can see that the mouse symbol has changed to a pencil. So similar to you drawing on a piece of paper on your desk, you can take that pencil and click and drag down and to the right and give yourself a boundary area for the table. This is truly one cell so far of the table. Perhaps I might want to, at this point though, grab another color. Over here in the Table Tools Design tab, Draw Borders group, I can see Pen Color. When I click on the down arrow, maybe I'm going to go grab a dark purple. And when I do that, I can, at this point, position my mouse on the left-hand corner, and when I drag across to the right, at least to midway, you can see the dotted line is telling me once I release my mouse, I've got a row that's got this purple look to it. Now remember, I'm just freehand drawing at this point, and I would probably be more consistent when it comes to the thickness or the style of each one of my lines here, but we're just playing. So I'm going to pick another style, and this time choose something that's got 3 lines to it. Here in the line weight, I'll choose something rather loud and large, and then maybe choose another pen color. Working left to right again, you could see how the Word has taken on this row with these attributes. What about columns? Back to pen color, let's choose now this color here, and working top to bottom, I'm going to drag down, and as soon as it sees a line from the row, there's the jagged line pauses here, so that I need to keep slicing all the way through if I wanted it from top to bottom. If I chose to, on the other hand, do a partial click and drag down, you can see how I would just be creating a cell in this one row. Maybe you're saying you'd rather choose Insert and create a table using a 2x3 or any one of those other choices instead of freehand drawing. True, why not? You can certainly create a table by using the more controlled way, by using the grid area or Insert Table. But freehand drawing gives you a lot more opportunity to be, dare I say, creative. You don't need to always consider having exactly the same column and row height. You can do a freehand draw. Once you've decided that you've got some cells, columns, and rows in here, maybe it's time to erase a couple of boundaries because you don't want to have that column or row or cell. Over here in Draw Borders group, you could see the eraser command. I'll click on it, and when I click, an eraser comes up as my mouse symbol. When I point to this border here and I drag down, the eraser erases that boundary for me. And in reality, it is merging those cells, so it's taking out the border. Do it again. How about yet again? And now you can see how I've got some cells here that have been merged. If I want to reintroduce some lines, I'll go back to Draw Borders grouping, click on Draw Table. I've got my pencil, and now I can slice any one of these existing columns or rows, and in reality it's as if I am splitting that cell into however many portions as I'm clicking and dragging with my pencil. When I'm done with my eraser or even my pencil, I can press Escape, and when I press Escape, I'm back to a cursor so I can start typing in information, and when I point to the cursor area, I've got my I-beam symbol ready for me to select if I wish. I went back to Sample Table to show you that I could choose the eraser or the pencil even if I created a table by using my Insert table instead of freehand draw. What I need to do is go to the Design tab on the ribbon, and in the Draw Borders group, choose, let's say, Draw Table. And once I'm slicing, take a look at the ruler here. You could see how I have 4 columns. And if I want to take out, I can certainly go back to my eraser and take out this column here by erasing. And now I'm back to only 3 columns. Firstly, I need to press Escape and click on inside of the portion that is 3 columns, and you can see how I have 3 columns here. And up here, I only have 1 because the cell is merged. This completes the topic on quick tables and also Draw Table.